Hello everyone, welcome to Spark Study. In this video we'll study about the signal flow graph, and the content will be definitions and some notations and how to use and what is the use of the signal flow graph. Then we'll study about the formulas and how to solve the signal flow graph using the formula. Then what is the procedure, step-by-step procedure to solve the signal flow graph. Then we'll study some exercise problems. S.J. Mason, he is the father of signal flow graph. Actually he introduced the signal flow graph, right? And the signal flow graph is used to study or represent the control system graphically. Okay, diagram, it's actually diagram technique, and it represents set of simultaneous equations which is linear and algebraic. Signal flow graph approach and block diagram approach. Okay, so these are the basic tools to solve the basic tools to find the transfer functions, and to find the same transfer function. I mean the signal flow graph and the block diagram both give same result, but signal flow graph is quite easier than the block diagram reduction technique, right? Then after signal flow graph is one dimensional or one directional. Okay, signal flow graph is one directional. One directional means there is only one direction. Okay, start from one end and end in another end. So there is no return path in the same same path. The path could not be traversed bidirectionally. So when you see the signal flow graph, you will understand better. And the path actually also contains some some of the gain elements. The gain is given adjacent to the branch. So this is somewhat look like say signal flow graph, and you can see this is R of S, which is nothing but the input, and here I forgot to write, this is the C of S, which is the output, and in this, in between R of S and C of S, there are many gain points like G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, and this unity gain. And also we have a feedback loop, say minus S3, minus H2, minus H1, and this is also a forward path, it's G6, right? Minus H1 indicates it is a negative feedback. Okay, so you can see from point A to point B, the direction will be to the right. That means signal is traveling from point 1 to point 2. So there are some important notations, important terms we need to study about. First one will be the node. What is a node? Node is a point representing a variable or a signal, right? See here, one represented node, it actually denoted by a dot or a circle, right? So this R of S is nothing but the R of S is a starting node, right? So as my R of S is a starting node, it will be clear that here okay, so this R of S is my starting node, and here C of S is my ending node, right? So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, total 8 numbers of nodes, each node having some signal, right? Here what is the signal of first node? First node is R of S, which is nothing but a 1, and this one is traveling in this path to reach node 2 with a gain of 1, right? So we'll study about all the things when you do the sum problem. Then a branch. A branch is a directed line segment. What is mean by directed line segment? The line having some direction joining two nodes. Okay, so a branch can only join two nodes. Important point. Here you can see this is a branch number 1, which is joining node 1 to node 2. The arrow on branch indicate the direction of signal flow. This is the arrow. This is actually denoted the flow of signal from node 1 to node 2. And the gain of the branch is transmittance. Okay, so what is a transmittance? transmittance is nothing but the gain of a particular path or particular branch. So here transmittance is 1, here transmittance is G1. That means the branch 2, which is nothing but joining node 2 to node 3, the transmittance is G1. Okay, let's say the branch joining node 5 node 6, what is the transmittance? The transmittance is nothing but G4. Okay, what is the transmittance? The gain acquired by the signal when it travels from one node to another node. Okay, then we need to study the input node, output node. So what as I told earlier, the R of S is nothing but the input node and C of S is nothing but the output node. Okay, so input node is called as source because the signal starts from here, and output node is called sink because the signal dumped there, right? So how to distinguish which one is the input node? Input node is such node where we do not have any incoming branch. Can you see? In R of S we have only outgoing branch, there is no incoming branch. And what is the output node? In output node we have only incoming branch, no outgoing branch. So is there no any other node we can have only incoming or only outgoing? No. So you can see from node 2 we have incoming and outgoing. Similarly node 3 incoming, here outgoing, this is incoming, this is also incoming. Likewise all the nodes except node 1 and node 8 have both input and output. That is why these nodes are called mixed node. What is a mixed node? The node that have both incoming and outgoing branch is called mixed node. Okay, so what is a path? A path is a traversal of connected branch in the direction of branch arrows. The path should not cross a node more than one. Okay, so we can see previously that branch joining one node to another node, I mean first node to second node or second node to third node, but the branch cannot join node 1 to node 3 if there is a node in between these two. But this is also branch, node 2 to node 5, but there is no node in between these two. Okay, clear? So what is a path? A path is a traversal of connected branches in the direction of branch arrow. The path should not cross node more than one. Okay, so if you start like this can go like this, reach here, then will come here, then straight line you can go there. Okay, so this is a path. This is also called as a forward path, right? But if you see, this is also a path starting from here and reaching here, this also come back to here. Okay, so this is also called path. This is called closed path, and the straight line is called as open path. Okay, so what is open path? A open path start at a node and end at another node. But what is a closed path? Closed path starts from the node and end in the same node. What is a forward path? It is a path from an input node to an output node that does not cross any node more than once. Let's say you are starting from R of S, go to 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in this path, do we cross any node twice? No. So this is a forward path. You can also find out starting from 1, 2, then go to 5 using this way, then go to 6, then 7, then 8. This is also another path, because in this way I am not traversing one node twice. Yes, you can skip the node also. Okay, because we are skipping these two nodes when you passes using this path, right? Then What is the gain of forward path? If you take this is a forward path, okay, all the gains in between these lines are multiplied together, that is called total gain. So it is a product of the branch transmittance or gain of a forward path. So what is the individual loop? So this is a loop, okay, starting from one end and come back to same point. I mean the closed path is called a loop. When this is loop, this is another loop. When these two loops are not connected, they are called a distinct loop. I mean not connected loop. So this is one loop, this is another loop, okay. So these two are called individual loop. Then what is the loop gain? Gain means when you travel from one point to same point, what are the gains available in this path? You have to multiply it. So let's consider from 3 to 4, again 4 to again 3. So what is the loop gain? It is G2 and into minus H1. So minus H1 G2. Okay. So what is non-touching loop? I can say from 3 to 4 and 4 to 3 one loop, then 3 to 4, 4 to 5, again come back to 3, that is another loop. But in these two loops, node 3 and node 4 are common. So these two are called touching loop. But if you consider this loop, right, if you consider this loop and this loop, no nodes are common, so these are called non-touching loops. Okay. So these are the procedure. So these are the property these are the property of signal flow graph. What are they? The algebraic equations which are used to construct the signal flow graph must be in the form of cause and effect. Okay, let's say y is equal to 2x plus 1. Here cause is x and effect is y. Signal flow graph is applicable to linear system only. That means the graph represents the straight line which is passing through origin. The node is a signal flow graph represent the variable or signal. So all the nodes, okay, all the nodes in the signal flow graph, it actually represent a variable or a signal. A node are the signal of all incoming branches. I mean you can see previously here in the nodes branches are incoming or outgoing. That the represent here. A nodes are the signal in all the incoming branches and transmit the sum of all the outgoing branches. A mixed node which has both incoming and outgoing signal can be treated as an output node by adding an outgoing branch of unity transmittance. That will be better explained in this diagram. Let's say the 7th node. Actually our output node is 8th node. Okay, but can you just imagine whatever the gain product up to node 7, which is again multiplied by 1 and gives rise to node 8. So the gain product here and the gain product here, is it different? No, because just multiplied by 1. So we can say 7th node is the mixed node, and the 7th node can also be treated as the output node. Okay, if you want to extend, you can extend using the gain as 1, right? Then the signal travel along the branch only in the marked direction, and when it travels it get multiplied by the gain or the transmittance of the branch, which will be self-explained. Okay, the signal flow graph of a system is not unique. So if you have a signal flow graph, you can solve in different way also, and the same question can be represented in different way also by rearranging the system's equations, or differential types of signal flow graphs can be rerun from the given systems. Okay, so let's say some algebra. You can see we have two nodes here, x1 and x2, and in between these two, a is the gain. That means when a signal travel from x1 to x2, it was multiplied with a gain of a, so we can simply call as x2 is equal to x1 into a. Okay, similarly x3 is a mixed node. I mean x3 is the incoming node from x1 and x2. Here x1 is multiplied by a1 and x2 is multiplied by a2, and this is the sum. So these two are added together. We can say x3 is equal to x1 into a1 plus x2 into a2. Similarly, we have another nodes like x1, x2, x3, and the transmittance will be a and b. So if you want to remove this x2, then you just multiply a and b, which is nothing but like this. Okay, it will be clear that whenever the transmittance in a forward path is actually multiplied. So these are the parallel path starting from x1 going to x2, similarly x1 to x2, a and b are the transmittance. I told you in the block diagram reduction technique, the parallel blocks are added together. Similarly, this a and b transmittance is added together, so it gives equivalent transmittance as a plus b. Then we have another example, x1 and x2 signal are added at x3 with transmittance of a and b. So this is nothing but x1a, x2b, I mean x1a plus x2b into c, which is also represented by x1 into c. x1 passes through AC and x2 passes through BC. Okay, distributive law. And this is the loop kind of thing, x1 to x2 with the transmittance of A, then x2 to x3 transmittance of B, and x3 to x2, this is the feedback, and C is positive, so it's called positive feedback. And we have studied the positive feedback formula, g of s by 1 minus g of s into h of s. Here g of s is b. Okay, don't bother about a because a is different here. G of s is b and h of s is c. Consider only this loop. So g of s, b, divided by 1 minus g of s into h of s bc. Okay, so transfer function for this one will be b by 1 minus bc, and this a will be multiplied, so a into b divided by 1 minus bc, right? So this can be represented in this way also. Okay, so these are the some signal flow graph algebra. Then as Mason's actually created this graph, so this is called the formula, the Mason's gain formula, which is nothing but a transfer function, or T of S or T is equal to the reciprocal of delta summation starting from k pk into del k. Okay, what is T? T is the transfer function of the systems, pk is the forward path gain of kth forward path. Kth means first forward path, second forward path, third forward path. It depends upon the signal flow graph. Some signal flow graph contains only one forward path, but some transfer function contain more than one forward path. So depending upon the forward path, k value changes. Okay, what is delta? This is important. Delta is equal to 1 minus. Okay, first remember 1 minus sum of individual loop gain. So you need to find all the individual loop. So gain of all the individual loop, then then add all the individual loop gain. So that is called sum of all individual loop gain. Then plus sum of gain products of all possible combination of two non-touching loop. Okay, let L1 and L2, they are non-touching, so they are two non-touching loops. So the sum of gain product need to be added together. Then minus. So this signal is alternatively first minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So basically we need to go up to this third term. Fourth term, fifth term I have never seen yet in my career. So it can be possible. So better you should remember this thing. So this is minus sum of gain product of all possible combination of three non-touching loop, and so on. What is delta k? What is the difference between delta and delta k? Delta is simple, this formula. but delta k is equal to delta for that path which is not touching to kth forward path. We have, let's say we have two forward path. Okay, one is k1 and another is k2. What is delta k? Delta k is the delta value of that graph which is not touching to first forward path. Delta 2, delta for the path of that graph which is not touching to second forward path. Okay, so these things will be better understood when you solve the problem. So what is the procedure? Procedure is simple, like assume nodes at input, output, at every summing point, at every branch point, and in between cascade blocks. Then draw the nodes separately and all the things. Write the, number the node 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from the block diagram, if the block diagram is given, then find the gain and do the graph. Or if the graph already given, then solve it is. Then draw the feedback for the path. Then find out the loops. So these are the basic procedure to solve the problem. Let's directly go to the problem to solve. So this is the forward path. I have given the examples. Find the overall transfer function of a systems whose signal flow graph is shown in figure. Okay, so this is the signal flow graph, and it is clear that we have 8 different nodes, and the nodes are like a circle. Okay, and 2 nodes are connecting by a transmittance of the gain, and we have we need to find out the forward path, delta, and all those things with respect to our formula. Okay, so the first step is will be find out the forward path gain. Okay, before finding the forward path gain, we need to find out what are the forward path. Okay, so you can see from this graph, we can directly starting from here straight going in this way and reaching to the end node, that is C of S. Okay, you write C of S here, I forgot to write. Okay, so this is my forward path, first forward path. So what is the gain? Just multiply all the transmittance in this line, so we'll get P1 is equal to G1, G2, G3, G4, G5. Here 1 and 1 also getting multiplied, so nothing happened, like P1 is equal to G1, G2, G3, G4 and G5. Then is there any another path where we can starting from R of S and reaching C of S? Yes, I have another path. So this way, starting from here, going to node 2, then take this way, take this path, reaching node 5, then go here, then go straight, then go straight. Do not take any feedback. Okay, because I need not traverse a single node twice. You can say like this, sir, go to this path, then go take this path, here reach here, then in this way come here, then go straight. Okay, is it? No, because in this way we have to travel the node 5 twice. Start first, come here, then come here. That is not possible. So to find the forward path, we need to travel the nodes only one time. Okay, second forward path will be this one. Okay, now what is the gain product? 1 into G6 into G4, G5 and 1, which is nothing but P2 is equal to G4, G5, G6. Okay, clear? If you do not able to understand, just go back and watch the video again, so you can understand better. Okay, then what? Then we need to find out the individual loop, because in the Mason gain formula these are the things na. What are the loops? Loop, the starting point and ending point should be same. You can see this is a loop starting from 3 going to 4 and coming to 3. Yes, this is a loop. Can you find another loop? Yes, starting from 3 go to 4, then go to 5, then come back to 3. Second loop. Can I find another loop? Here 6 to 7, again come back to 6. So these are the 3 individual loops. And what is the gain product? Simple multiply these things. So once simple multiply these things, will get P11. Okay, just remember these notations. First we have seen here, we seen P1 P2. Okay, here you have to do P11 P21 P31. Okay, so you can take your own notation, but better if you follow this notation. So P11 is equal to minus H1 G1. Yes, minus H1 G1. Similarly, P21 is G2 minus H2 G3. So G2 minus H2 G3, and P31 is equal to minus H3 G5, which is nothing but here given. Okay, so these are the individual loop. Okay, now important thing is gain product of two non-touching loop. Okay, we have find first loop, second loop, third loop. No more loop possible from this graph. So from these three loop, which is non-touching loop? It is very much clear that this loop and this loop, because you can see node 3, 4, 6, 7, no common node. So these two are non-touching loop. Yes. This also 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These two are also non-touching loop. Yes or no? So we can see we have two possible pairs. There are two combination of two non-touching loop. One is this one, whose gain product is nothing but minus G2H1, here minus G2H1 into minus H3G5, which is nothing but G2G5 H1 H3. And another also possible, which is this way, this one and this one. So it's nothing but P22, which is equal to P21 into P31, and gives rise G2 G3 G5 H2 H3. Clear? Okay, so we have found the third path, we have found two third path, we have found three individual loop, and we also find two pairs of two non-touching loop. Okay, then what we have to find? We need to find delta. What is delta? Why you need to find delta? Because the Mason gain formula is equal to 1 by delta. Okay, so this delta formula will be 1 minus sum of individual loop gain plus sum of two non-touching loop minus sum of three non-touching loop. So we can see this is individual loop. Okay, these are two non-touching loop, these are two non-touching loop, but there is no three non-touching loop not possible in this graph. So simply delta is equal to 1 minus P11 P21 P31 plus P12 plus P22. If three non-touching loop will be available, then you go for minus three non-touching loop. So by solving this, you putting the value of P11 P21 P31 P12 P22, from these you will solve, like you will find 1 plus G2H1 G2 G3H2 G5 H3 G2 G5 H1 H3 G2 G3 H5 H2 and H3. Okay, then after we need to find del K also, because this is del K, and here K means number of third path. We have two number of third path, so K range from 1 and 2. Okay, so what will be del K? Del K can come from this third path and also from this third path. So we have K is equal to 1 and K is equal to 2. So for K1 is equal to, del 1 is equal to 1. Why del 1 is equal? There is no part of the graph which is non-touching with any third path. Okay, so this is a third path. Okay, what is del K? Del K is the loop, the gain product of the loop which is non-touching to kth path. Here this is the third path 1, but all the loops are touching na. This loop, this loop, this loop are touching to this path. So if these are touching, then what is the gain product formula? 1 minus whatever. So there is no non-touching loop, there is no non-touching loop, so that the rest part will be 0. So 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. So it is very clear that if there is no non-touching loop to a particular forward path, then the delta value of that path is equal to 1. Similarly, for delta 2, you can see this is delta 2. This is from this graph we find delta 2, and here the node 3 and 4, here 3 and 4, this will be not, this loop is non-touching to the del k and del 2. So we can write del 2 is equal to 1 minus p11, which is nothing but 1 minus of g2 h1, which is equal to 1 plus g2 into h1. So we have found all the unknowns. We just put the value. The Mason's gain formula is T is equal to 1 by delta summation delta pk del k. Okay, that means 1 by delta is common, p1 del 1 plus p2 del 2. This is nothing but like this, 1 by delta p1 del 1 plus p2 del 2. So as because number of forward path is 2, and so k is equal to 1 and 2. So after doing that, if you solve this, you will reach with this the transfer function of the signal flow graph. Okay, so this is all about the signal flow graph, and you just take this signal flow graph as your homework. Find the overall transfer of the signal flow graph. Okay, so come with the answer in the next class. Okay, thank you very much. We'll meet you in the next class.